Welcome everyone to another edition of Reino de la Mascaras, the Kingdom of the Masks. As always, I'm your host, Ray de Mascaras, and today we're going to talk a little bit about mask grading. Now, when I say grading, I don't necessarily mean, send it in, get it graded like you would, say, an autograph card or something like that. The term grading, in terms of the mask collecting community, refers to the quality of the mask, so to speak. So, starting off is what would be considered, it's called either a fan grade or a fan support mask. So it's a little less common in Mexico now, but back in the days, 15, 20 years ago, t-shirts weren't overly popular. If you wanted to buy something to show off and wear at the arena, you bought a fan support mask. This one here, Pentagon Jr., so you can see here, it's pretty cut and dry, no pun intended. You get the deco. The deco's not very thick. A lot of it's very thin material, but you get the general gist of the mask itself. So this is something you would buy your kids while you're at the arena, or by yourself if you didn't need something, too high quality, so to speak. So the next step up is the semi-professional or semi-pro, as it's typically known. So this is an example. Sticking with Pentagon Jr., I feel it's a little easier to understand if you're just getting into mask collecting, to see a very similar mask instead of, bouncing from, say, Pentagon to Atlantis to Elio del Santo, so on and so forth. So this here, semi-pro grade mask, you can see the decoration is a little bit higher quality. It's a little bit thicker, and you also got a little bit of high quality on the sides here. Not sure what the material you would call it, but you can see it's got a little more definition, I think is the word I'm kind of looking for. So that would be your kind of like your middle ground. So the next step up is the professional grade, the pro grade. These are the high quality ones. These are the ones that will typically withstand a little more rough play or competition. Semi-pro will hold up, like if you're doing a TikTok, if you're doing something just kind of, messing around. You start getting in the ring, you start getting somebody, grabbing and pulling on it, she's going to come right apart. These ones will have a little more stability to them. You can see, especially around the eyes there, it's got some double stitching. The material's a little bit thicker. It's a little more form-fitting. With a fan grade mask, you can usually get away with throwing it on just about anybody. As you can see here, I've got, full disclosure, I've got a pretty big head. This one fits pretty comfortably. If I'm going out and doing something where I'm going to be wearing this all the time, this is going to be something I want to wear. But for display, for short term, these are great. These are absolutely great pieces. From there, the unofficial one, just because it's mainly still the professional grade, is something like this that is ring worn and signed by the man himself. Full disclosure, I'm just kind of showing this off. So, but I mean, these come straight from the luchadors themselves, made for them, obviously, since they're in the ring wearing them, of the highest quality. You can see here the double stitching. Sorry about that. Looking up the mannequin's nose. But anyway, I mean, just, again, I'm kind of showing this one off more than anything, but that's kind of the next official step up, is the ring worn and the sign. So, hope this was educational for everybody. I probably went a little quick, and I apologize for that, but if you have any questions, by all means, put it in the comments. One thing also I will recommend is Dos Hermanos Lucha put out a podcast where they talked about mask collecting, and they did a very good job explaining the grades. Even if you don't want to listen to that podcast, definitely check out Dos Hermanos Lucha. They're on Twitter, they're on Facebook, they're on Instagram. Very, very nice guys. Top level collectors, and I'm hesitant to even call them collectors, because don't get me wrong, they do collect, but the stuff that they have is of high historical value. Match worn stuff from very famous matches. Probably the best collection of Rey Mysterio memorabilia out there. And they're not only collecting it, they're preserving it for the next generation. 20, 30 years from now, you will be able to see some absolutely historical pieces because these guys collected them and took care of them. So definitely give them a look. Tell them I sent you. So until next time, and next time will be a fun one. I will talk about my weekend down at First Wrestling and meeting 4 of today's best luchadors. And I came away with a brand new t-shirt. And hint, hint, I might have come away with a new mask. So until next time, everyone have a good day. Happy collecting.